Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you ended up at Navy? I understand you were a quarterback in high school. That's a pretty big quarterback. I guess Coach Volker said you ran a lot of wildcat formation or something. But just tell us a little bit about your background and how you wound up at Navy.
So yeah, I played linebacker. That was my main position in high school. Played a little offense, wildcat quarterback, like short yardage. And what brought me to Navy, I just had the opportunity to play here and other schools, and I decided to come here because I wanted to be a part of something bigger than just myself and become part of the brotherhood.
So apparently you chose Navy over Rice and Air Force were your other finalists. Would that be accurate?
Yes, sir.
So obviously, I know you're a direct entry recruit, and that was a very strange situation. And Coach Volker said that you actually didn't even get on the practice field until October. Kind of just tell us about how tough it was to get that far behind. Normally, you would have started practicing in early August, and that obviously it put you behind.
Yes, sir. So first, because of COVID, plebe summer ran longer than normal for the plebes, so we weren't able to get the fall camp. So we were automatically thrown in as scout team, and then I got like sick and hurt, and so I had to sit out for a little bit of time there. So it was really difficult coming out of that. Um, but we got through it.
So did you feel like the fall was worthwhile for at all? I mean, did you feel like even though you didn't start practicing until October, that what practice you did get till the end of the season was helpful in any way?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. It helped a lot because although I wasn't being able to practice like physically, I got a lot of mental reps and really watching how I should practice and watching the effort of everybody.
So an obvious question is that your position is that you've got the best mentor possible in Diego Fago, who is probably one of the best Mike linebackers Navy's ever had. Can you talk? I'm going to guess that a guy like you, as a plebe, immediately latched on to Diego Fago as a guy that you wanted to as a role model.
Yes, sir. I mean, I've talked to him several times even before I was here on like recruiting visits and stuff. Talked to him. He was one of the reasons and helped me choose this place. But then yeah, like me and him and a couple other linebackers, we like to get in that extra work together and just push each other continuously.
So obviously, it's a new lease on life once the calendar year turns, and now you're fighting from square one with everyone. Coach Volker indicated that you really attacked off-season workouts, fourth quarters, weight room, everything very hard. Can you talk about that? Did you kind of almost want to make up for lost time and really try to show the coaching staff something?
Most definitely. I wanted to get out there and show them what I could do because up to that point, I never had the opportunity to really get out there and prove myself to them. So that was a key point this off season and spring to show them what I was made of and what I could do.
And last for me before I pass it off, um, so going into spring practice, did you feel you knew the defense, the schemes well enough to be able to go fast, play fast, and at a high tempo?
So we started off from square one from the beginning. Started small and worked our way up to a lot of the more confusing things. So that helped a lot and helped me be able to play fast and aggressive and physical.
Let's go to Mike James.
Hey, Will. What was the sort of the mood in practice this spring? Given that you didn't have any spring and fall camp wasn't really what you would hope it to be. Was there a little extra spiciness with guys getting after it and competing in practice this spring?
Most definitely. I would say main focus was our elite eat, which is effort, attitude, and toughness. So we really wanted to focus on those things and get better in those aspects along with the scheme and all that stuff this spring.
So given that it was really extra competitive, how does it feel to win the Admiral Mack Award in an environment when everyone was really pushing themselves that much harder?
You know, it's an honor, just to win the award and really have the coaches see me as like the most improved player of spring ball and of the team. So it's an honor.
Is there any kind of sense of pride, like within the position meeting room, knowing that one of their guys ended up getting the award? Is there any kind of positional camaraderie knowing that you brought it home?
I mean, most definitely. As a linebacker core, you know, we're the LBs, so really you could probably grab anybody from that linebacker room and they could have gotten the award.
Thanks, Will.
Scott Wyckoff.
Congratulations, Will.
Thank you, Scott.
You bet. What do you think you did the most during the spring practices that caught the eyes and impressed the coaches the most?
I would say probably the number one thing is my effort and my coachability. Just being able to take the things I got wrong and maybe in practice and then watching film the next day. So then next time we're on the field, being able to put it into perspective.
How would you describe Coach Newberry's defense, and how would you describe the way that you're able to excel in it?
I mean, it's a complicated defense. You got to know the ins and outs, and then just being able to play fast. Playing fast is really our key, and flying around, getting to the ball.
You mentioned Diego. What is it about his game that's in his style on the field that's helped you the most?
He's fast and physical, and I guess that's an aspect that I didn't play much with in high school, but talking with him and getting to work with him a decent amount really helps bring that out of me.
Now that you've been through a spring practice, what are your goals for the summer?
Summer, just continue to grind, continue to push the people around me and help the team as much as I can, and then, you know, have a great fall.
And finally, the pride you take in representing your hometown in Texas. It must be exciting that you're not only playing at the Naval Academy, but you're able to let everyone know that Texas football's there, and you're able to win this award and tell everyone back home about it.
Yes, sir, most definitely.
As a defensive player, looking at you, at least your background, high school and whatnot, everyone talked about your versatility. How important is your versatility now that you kind of look at your role as a linebacker, specifically in this defense? Because linebackers aren't just thumpers in this defense. I mean, heck, a linebacker led you guys in sacks. An inside linebacker led you guys in sacks last year. So you got to have a pretty hefty tool belt, don't you?
Yes, sir. You got to be able to run, and then same thing. You got to be able to be physical. Then at the same time, you got to be able to cover. So you got to really have those three main aspects and be able to do them at a very high level.
Yeah. Not to mention kind of disperse information. Is that the right way to put it to the rest of the defense?
Yes, sir. You got to take charge out there and make sure everybody knows what we're doing.
You know, you're a Texas kid. What is it that makes the Naval Academy so attractive to Texas kids? And now that you've been through the amount of time you have, what would your recommendations be to young men playing football down in Texas and no, heck, other states, but specifically Texas, as to why the Naval Academy is such a strong match?
You know, it's just really the discipline and the character that I've grown up with, and just something to look forward to, and like players playing all around the country really is just that effort, that determination to really continue to work. Like no matter what, if you're the best on your team, there's always somebody better than you out there. So you can't think of, oh, well, somebody on my team is doing this. You got to think of somebody else and have that push you.
As fall being what it was, and the type of football you guys were kind of forced to practice and whatnot through, even when you eventually got there, how nice was spring football and just playing football and getting back to the regular drills and contact and everything else?
You know, it was truly amazing. It was really the first time I've hit anybody since the fall of 2019, so my senior season. So it's been great to get out there and play some football.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Diane Roberts.
Hi, Will. Congratulations on the Mack Award. Here from Academy Football Report. Wondering, your linebackers coach said that you are focused, fast, and physical. And I wonder if those are attributes that you just have innately or you have to work hard at them.
It's definitely something you got to work at because you can definitely here at the academy, you can lose sight of staying focused and then playing fast because those two kind of go together. And then playing physical is just a mindset. You got to come out there every day. You're not going to get pushed back. You're going to be the aggressor. Being
focused, and you mentioned mindset, is that something that is coming a little bit easier the close we return to normalcy? At least now you've had an actual spring.
I would say most definitely because, COVID plays a big role. We were out 30 days this spring just in quarantine as the whole Naval Academy. So that's something that could easily lose focus, but we had to get out there every single day and put our best foot forward working out.
Thanks, Will.
You're welcome.
I'll make another trip around for everyone. Wags.
Well, obviously this is a great honor, but it doesn't mean you've arrived. Have you kind of, I'm wondering how you react to this. And, there's been a lot of Admiral Mack Award winners that didn't end up doing anything.
Yes, sir. It's a great honor, but I know that the hard work doesn't stop. That is just the beginning, and that I have goals set for the future that I want to continue to get better and push myself and, just like Diego, be one of the best players here to ever come through the academy.
Well, and on that note, I think next year, Diego doesn't come off the field a lot, so you maybe get a lot of reps on special teams, but how much will you be trying to mimic and learn from Diego next season, knowing that he'll be gone the following year when you're a junior?
Yes, sir. I'm going to try and learn as much as I can from him and just kind of embody what he does and try and work around with kind of the different aspects that each of us play with and make it the best I can.
All right. All good for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mike James.
I do have one more question. Will, you won the Mack Award, but as you were out there practicing, was there any of your teammates that you were seeing that particularly impressed you?
Most definitely. There were a lot. I can name a couple. Would you like me to?
Yeah, please.
Definitely a bunch of like the D linemen. They were getting after it, like Max Musin, Jacob Busick, Donald Bernyard. I could name really all the D line was getting after it. The cornerbacks, really everybody was out there putting their best foot forward. We had a quarterback race, as all you guys know. All of them were getting after it, trying to compete to win a spot for the fall. So it was great and a lot of competitiveness out there this spring.
Thanks, Will.
Of course.
Randy.
Well, Will, how would you, we hear a lot about the rising senior class, and you guys obviously have another quality group of gentlemen going to be rising seniors, but how would you describe your class, the guys you came into school with?
I would describe us as a team that's built together through toughness and perseverance, because that's really all we've been through. The guys at Naps had the whole COVID thing there, and then came here and kind of the same thing, had to go through COVID together and really just stick by each other's side. So I think we're really bonded together.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Scott Wyckoff.
Will, what's it like on campus now with more and more people getting vaccinated and the campus moving along in that respect?
It's great, honestly. Like, you can tell the morale is going up. Smiles are starting to come back, although we still can't see them. Hopefully, with vaccinations and everything, that'll come back shortly.
Great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Diane.
Will, I wonder, spring ball's over, so what's the thing you're going to miss the most, and what are you going to be anxious to get back to when you get back to it?
I'll just miss playing with my teammates, getting better every day. But I mean, that's not going to stop. And just with the workouts we're going to have. And then I can't wait to get back out there this fall camp, get ready for the season and get after it.